So hi guys, today we will be hacking Flatline, a Windows-based machine. So I've already started the victim computer and I've already enumerated. I've got two open ports, this one and this one. This is an MSWPT server, RDP, that is remote desktop protocol, and this is a FreeSWITCH event. And this is an open port here as well. So I will be exploiting this FreeSWITCH and then we will try and exploit RDP if possible. So for that, I will be just searching the exploit for this in exploit database. So let's see if there is any exploit for this. So yeah, we got two exploits. One is using Metasploit and another one is a command execution. So let's see what are the contents in this file. So for that, I will be downloading it from the exploitdatabase.com. Okay, it's waiting for the response. Let's give a couple of minutes. There we go. The download is 100% completed. Let's see if we got the file. There you go. This is the file. Let's see what are the contents of this file. Okay, so this is the exploit. We have all the information here, which is comment. It is in the comment form. So this is a Python script, obviously. This is the usage they have given, the exploit.py, the target IP, and a cmd command here. And we can see that this is an API exploit, and the password is glucon, the default password for FreeSWITCH. Okay, let's hope that this exploit works against our target. So to make that work, we need to change the text file into a Python script. For that, we need to rename it as .py extension with py extension. So for that, I will be just renaming it to py.py. Now to go, our script is good to go. Now this has been turned into a Python script. So I will be executing it. And so we have the target IP here. This is the one. And after that, I will just add the command prompt command. For example, a simple command like who am I? That would be great to see if that works or not. Okay, we got a message of authenticated. So maybe yes, we are in. That's fine. This is the user. So after typing who am I got the output as this. So let's try and find out some more commands. For example, let's see what happens if we type cd. Okay, so this tells us that we are in this directory. That's it. So we got a command execution exploit here by using this script. It's really perfectly working fine. So let's see if we can go to C directory to users so that we can just grab that flag. There we go, we got nothing here. Let's try again. Okay, it says error no reply. So this command didn't execute well. So how we can proceed further if this is the only way we can enter into the system? Let's create a reverse shell so that we can execute it in the victim's PC and then we can obtain a reverse shell to our PC. So that for us we have to create a payload. So I will be creating a payload using MSF Venom, and then the payload will be Windows because the victim's PC or target PC is in the Windows. And I will be using reverse shell, reverse TCP. This is the payload I will be using, and I will be setting the health host to 10.9.191.154. So this is my IP. So for cross verification, I will just type ifconfig, and here we go. We can here see that this is the IP. This is my IP, because we need to tell the payload that the reverse shell needs to be connected to this IP, and I should mention the port as well. So I will be mentioning L port as 444. Okay, and the format of the payload should be in exe executable format, and the output can be whatever I want. So I will just paste flatline.exe. That will be fine. So it will take a couple of minutes to generate the payload, and we can use that payload. Using that payload, we can get an reverse shell access. That's what our basic idea would be. Let's try. If this works, then that would be great. Okay, so the payload has been created and it's saved as flatline.exe. Let's see if we got the payload. There we go. We got the payload here. Now our aim is, we need to take this payload. We need to grab this payload into the victim's PC. That's the target PC. So what we can do is, I will just list out these two files on a web server and download this file from that web server into victim's PC. Okay, so yeah, so for that I will be setting up a Python web server. That would be easy for me. That would be a simple HTTP server on port 8080. Okay, so I have set up the web server, so it will list both files. So for just verification, I will be typing my IP and see if that works or not. Okay, there we go. Two files are listed on this web server. Temporary web server, you can say it's local. Okay, we got a request as well, get request. So it's working fine. I will just type the command here, because we can't do anything here as the web server is running. I will just go into this ls. So this is the basic thing. Okay, I will just clear the screen here, and we will be running the same command, that's exploit, using the exploit script and the PC, victim's PC, IP of the victim's PC, and then the command. So now we have a command which we can directly download any file from any website. Like I have downloaded from the www.exploit.dbs using the wget command. We can use curl command here. For that, I will be using that to download 10.9.191.154, specifying the port 8080, and then the payload, that is flatline.exe. I will be closing it. So let's see if this works. It should be working. Okay, that's authenticated perfectly. And okay, it's taking time. We should get a get request here. There you go. We got a get request. Nothing is executed here. So let's find out if we got the payload into the target's machine or not. So for that, I will just be doing the dir commands to list out all the files in this directory, in the victim's directory. Okay, nothing we got. Trying it again. Sometimes it doesn't work as expected. We need to try 2-3 times, but the way we are doing it, that's the important thing, and we did it. Yeah, there you go. All the files which are listed here we can find. And okay, here we can't see the flat what is our payload here, that is flatline.exe, because I've just created a get request and I haven't downloaded it. Okay, so the thing here I have done is I've just used this command to access the file, not to download it. So for that I need to do something more, and that is I need to mention that it should be saved in this directory. Okay, so I will be saving with the same name. So this is the extra bit we need to add so that it gets downloaded into the directory. So let's press enter. You should get again a get request here, so that it's a confirmation that this command got executed well. There you go. So there's a get request here and an error node reply output here. So now I will be just running the same command to list out all the files in this directory. Okay, it's taking some time. Okay, it's again we didn't get any output. I will try again. There you go. Now let's see if we got our payload. Yeah, here is our payload. If we can scroll up and see the previous one, we haven't got any payload here. We can see, there you go, there is no payload here, but a small modification to the code here, we got the shell here. So this is the payload here. Okay, so all we need to do is just execute this payload and wait for a reverse shell. That's it. That should be it. So we got the payload into the victim's PC, the target's PC. Now let's just remove it. I will be just control C it so that the server is no longer required for us. I will just clear it. Okay, so as we can see that we just we just got the payload into victim's PC. All we need to do is execute this and wait for a reverse shell. So I will be using netcat to listen to the reverse shell on port 444 because that's what we set up. Okay, so we are listening on 444. Now all we need to do is just execute the payload. So flatline.exe, that's okay. Okay, I think okay, I misspelled it. Flatline.exe. Okay, let's see if that's perfectly executed or not. Okay, there we go. In a couple of seconds we got the reverse shell. That means that we are into the victim's PC. Now let's see if we are actually can use the commands as well. Here we should be working fine. It should be working fine. Yeah, there you go. This is the command which I have used once we got this exploit to test that if it's working or not. So this was the command and this was the output which we were given, and the same output is been displayed here as well. So it's working really fine. So now let's go to C directory, that's the users directory, and let's see if we can access the users flag. We are in the C users. Let's see what are the things here. Okay, so we can see an administrator, we can see a user, there is a public folder as well. So let's go to user folder and let's list what are the things in here. Okay, we can see contacts, desktops, documents, downloads, favorites, lots of common things. Let's go to desktop. Let's see if we can find the root flag there, the users flag. We have two flags here, I mean two text files. One is the root text file and another one is the user text file. So obviously these are the text files in which our flag is present. So see the contents of the user text file. Oh, there you go. That's the flag. I think we just compromised it. So user we have compromised it. So let's paste it here. That's perfect. Oh, wow. So we got the user flag, obviously. Now let's see if we can read the root flag as well. For that, I will be typing type root.txt. Obviously, it shouldn't be giving access to us because that will not make any sense. Yeah, there you go. Access is denied, obviously, because we just got an user access but not an root access. So what we can do to get root access and access this file? Uh, we have two open ports. One was the free switch, another was the open RDP port. So the open RDP port is very handy in here as we got the user access. We can just use that exploit, the open RDP port, to get the root access. So for that, what I will be doing is, as we got the user access, I will be changing the password of the user to whatever I want. I don't know what was the password before, but I will be just changing it now. So for that, I will be using net user and the username, which is NEKROTIC, and I will be just setting up a password which I am comfortable with. So I will be just setting the password at the rate 1234. That would be great. Okay. So what I did here is I changed the password of this user because I don't know what was the password of this user before hacking into the system. But now I got an access to this user, I will be just changing it to whatever I want. So I just changed it to password at the rate 1234. And it says the command completed successfully. That was great. Okay, so now let's see if this user has any privileges of administrator. For that, I will be just typing net user, and let's see if we get any information. So this information could be very handy for us. There is. He is local group membership of administrators and users. Okay, so we can log this user as an administrator. So complete administrator, we can change this user into complete administrator account. So for that, I will be using and exploiting the, as I said, RDP protocol, the remote desktop protocol. For that, what I will be doing is I will be just opening another terminal, cd to flat line. Okay, and to connect to the RDP, I mean the remote desktop protocol, there are some more basic tools available in Linux, like this one. So let's see if this works. It should work. I'm giving the IP of the victim, this target one, and the user. The user is this one. So I will just copy it and paste in here. And the password is just now which I set up, this one. So I will just copying it and pasting it here. Okay, let's see if this works. So what I will be getting is, okay, do you trust the above certificate? Yes, I will be trusting it, obviously. And there you go. This is the target machine, and I can see the target machine right now. So this is the machine which we hacked into. Now we are users shell to get into the, to get the root access. So let's see if we can do something with the graphical user interface of this desktop. Here we go. So these were the two files we were able to manage and see the content of this file, but not this file. So let's open it. If we can open that, So it says that we don't have any permission to open this file. So see the owners of the file or administrator to obtain the permission. Okay. So we have the graphical user interface here. What I will be doing is just going with the properties. Go. It's taking time. Okay. Okay. There you go. I will go to security tab. Okay, it's really hanging a bit large. It's opened up on the desktop root folder. Now I will go to the advanced option. Now let's change the owner. Unable to display current owner, so let's change it to this user. This was, so let's use, copy it and paste it here. That's it. And I will go for this one, check names. Okay. Okay. General, security again, advanced, system. I will just go to view, show advanced permissions. Okay, everything is disabled here. Full control of the system. I will just click on change permissions for this. You can see I don't require any password, so I will just click on add. Select a principal. There you go. And I will be just pasting the name here. Check for names. Okay. I will just giving it full control and clicking OK. There you go. I have given the user full control. This user the full control of an administrative privileges. So click on apply and OK. And then OK. Now let's open this file. It should be opening. Let's give it a couple of minutes to open. We didn't get any dialog box like not accessible or nothing. There you go. This is the flag. We can just copy this and paste it in the root flag. That's it. We got it. Congratulations. So we compromise the root, we compromise the user, we compromise the whole system. It was really fun doing it. Hope you guys liked it. Thank you.